Good morning, students. In this presentation, we will learn about Egyptian culture and their tradition of burying their royal rulers. The presentation will also throw some light on the life of the Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun. So let's begin. But before going to the text, let us see and learn about the writer of this particular piece, Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues by A.R. Williams. A.R. Williams or N. Williams was a former senior writer for National Geographic magazine and online news. It was here in this magazine that she discovered the various wonders of the world for almost 3 decades. Her specialization is in the field of archaeology, about which she writes features about places varying from Egypt to as far as Alaska. This appears as a monthly piece for the Ancient World section of the National Geographic magazine. She also writes about new discoveries of archaeology that take place. Now, let us learn about the lesson Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues. The lesson is based upon facts about the burial of the pharaoh and Egyptian history. The text is taken from National Geographic Volume 2007, number 6, and goes on to describe the wondrous discovery made to unfold the mysteries of the great pharaoh, King Tut of Egypt, mummified body. So, who was King Tut? Tutankhamun, which is popularly known as King Tut, was the last ruler of the 18th dynasty that ruled over Egypt for centuries. As he unexpectedly died at the age of 19, there are many speculations regarding his death, along with the myth of his curse that whoever that shall disturb him will face his wrath, which means extreme anger. The text describes the progress in the field of archaeology. Now, what is archaeology? Archaeology is the study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of sites and the analysis of artifacts and other physical remains. So, the text describes the progress in the field of archaeology from Carter's excavation to the recent forensic reconstruction of the mummy. The text, that is the Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues, is actually an article written by A.R. Williams regarding the famous and powerful pharaoh that published in the magazine National Geographic magazine. The title, Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues, is justified by the fact that the legacy of the young pharaoh means a ruler in Egypt. The young pharaoh, King Tutankhamun, died early under mysterious circumstances, has continued to flourish even after thousands of years. In spite of the King Tut's mummy having been discovered by Howard Carter, there were a lot that was unexplained. So the discovery had not yet stopped, and it continued to enthrall people as it was already doing. In this chapter, we have been told how the mystery of Tut's death has been tried to unveil, but there has been no concrete answers till now. Therefore, discovering the truth about Tut's death continues. That is why it is said that the saga continues, means the stories regarding his life and death continues. Tutankhamun was buried in a tomb in Valley of the Kings at Thebes, the traditional burial place of his predecessors. The Valley of the Kings in Upper Egypt contained many of the tombs of Pharaoh from the New Kingdom. What is New Kingdom? It referred to the Egyptian Empire in ancient Egyptian history between the 16th century BC and the 11th century BC, covering the 18th, 19th, and 20th dynasties of Egypt. Like the majority of the pharaoh in ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun was mummified. Mummification was considered essential for the spiritual part of someone's body to continue on into the afterlife. The mummifying the body was like their funeral. According to the Egyptian religious tradition, which held that royal bodies, means the king bodies, should be preserved and provisioned for the afterlife. Now, what is a tomb? A tomb is a place where the ancient Egyptians put the bodies of the pharaohs, that means the rulers, when they died. They also put lot of treasures in their tomb, as Egyptians believed in life after death. The ancient Egyptians built pyramids as tomb for their pharaoh. It was because of the priceless treasure. Lots of other pyramids had been opened by the robbers and stole the treasures. But Tutankhamun's tomb was only the one that had not been opened before, and still it contained all of its treasure, including the beautiful golden death mask. So to protect the treasures that were buried in the tomb, the ancient Egyptians made up stories of a curse to scare off any robbers. They also wrote a message saying that anyone opening the tomb will be cursed and die.